Do we have JT? Well, now joining us here on A's Cast Live, JT Ginn is with us. JT, how are you?
I'm good, Chris. How we doing?
I'm doing great, and obviously you getting called up and getting that first win. What did that mean? You've probably dreamt about this your entire life, to finally get a win in the big leagues.
Yeah, it was good. It was good to get up and pitch well enough to give the team to win, or the team a chance to win. And yeah, it was great. Great way to start off the year.
No doubt about it. You know, when we talked to you at spring training, we knew you weren't going to make the ball club out of spring, but as I said you on camera, I said off camera, you're going to play a big part in the 2025 season. What was the mindset when you left Arizona and you head to Vegas? What was that mindset that you had? Because you got off to a great start with the Aviators.
I felt great in spring, so it was really just trying to go down there and keep it rolling, and keep the same routine and keep the same things that I was working on and bring them into the season. So obviously you want to go down there and pitch well and win for the team that you're pitching on. So that was really my main goal. Just go down there and try to win. And
how great was it? You get off to that fantastic start, you have a couple starts, and then immediately you get called back up.
Yeah, great. Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously that's where you want to be. I want to be up here playing, and just like I said, just try to keep it rolling and do the same things.
When you think about success for you, so much for me is that you're healthy. Like everybody is known for so long, right? You had a great college career at Mississippi State. You get drafted by the Mets. And it's just all been about health. What has it been like for you that you were able to train this offseason, you were able to come into spring, and it wasn't about rehabbing, it wasn't trying to figure out whether you're going to be healthy or not, that you came in full strength, ready to go?
Yeah, obviously feeling good is everything. That's our goal every day, is to go out there and feel the best as possible. And you put yourself in a chance to be really successful when you're feeling good. And going into the offseason, having a full healthy year, and really having an idea of who I wanted to be when I came back in the spring, and just trying to execute that as best as I can.
So when you're able to be healthy and you're able to work on stuff, just talk about maybe things you have worked on. There's a little difference in you. Maybe it's stuff that you're working on, or maybe it's just mentality. What have you improved on since we last saw you last season to where you are now?
I think there's a few things. I think obviously my stuff is taking a tick up, and that helps a lot. But this offseason, the big thing was getting the slider a little more consistent, and adding another pitch, and I added the cutter, and that's been a really good pitch for me so far this year. So that was the big two things that I wanted to do going in. I wanted to add that other pitch, and then my slider is my best weapon, so I just wanted to get that more consistent.
Well, you had that sinker going on Saturday. It was fantastic. You had 9 ground ball outs. I think you had 4 strikeouts with it. And what's so interesting to me about that style of pitching is it just wreaks havoc for right-handed hitters. But as you said, slider, cutter, you do need something that goes away. And talk about this. As great as you can bust it in on righties, you do need something to get them out with it going away from them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you want to keep them honest. Obviously everybody's worried about the sinker from the right side. They're trying to get out in front and hit that pitch. So just having something to attack that other side of the plate and have something moving away from them is huge.
When you think of the show that you're seeing right now from the dugout, talk about the clubhouse and what people are saying about Tyler Soderstrom, who's leading baseball in home runs this year. You've played with him a lot, right? So he's leading by 2. He's got 8 already in 17 games. It's amazing.
Yeah. He's swinging it really well. Everybody loves Sody. He's a great guy, and it's good to see him go out there and have that success. And I've only seen a short bit of it, but the 2 homers last night, it's awesome to see.
Yeah, he's been absolutely electric. Absolutely electric. Take us inside the clubhouse, right? It's an interesting start of the year, starting in West Sacramento this season. It's brand new to everybody. Now, all these games against the National League would seem kind of odd, but a big win last night, 12-3 on the road. This is a nice road trip in Chicago, then Milwaukee. Tell us what it's like in the clubhouse right now.
It's great. I feel like everybody's in high spirits, and everybody's working hard every day, and we're sticking to our routines. And I think that's the best thing we can do is keep the spirits up. Everybody's ready to go, ready to win, and just stick with the process and what we know works for us.
When we've seen the A's have their best pitching staffs, there's great communication amongst all the pitchers, whether it's the veterans with the younger guys. There's always that playful relationship. There's a lot of learning there. There's a lot of trust. So when you show up, who do you talk to on the staff, and who's really working with you beyond the coaches, but from the player standpoint?
I think we all have a good relationship with, every one of us. I think that was something that happened in spring for me. I felt like those guys, really, we talked a lot and got a lot better there, and kind of carried that over here. And, it's good to see those guys every day, and they're really smart. I mean, you got guys like Sevy and Springs that have been around a long time. And, JP's a really good friend of mine too. And, you just sit in the dugout, watch the games, and, talk pitching.
What does that mean to you? Kind of different when you come up and you're feeling your way around versus you feel, hey, these guys are friends, these guys are teammates, just being more comfortable inside that clubhouse that then helps you out on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it all comes to the mindset of wanting to win games, and we're going to help each other any way we can and put our, us and our team in the best position to win every day. I think that's all we can do.
Now, when you start looking at a lot of data that is out there, how much are you a data guy? How much you delve into it? How much is it a part of your game? Some guys love it, some guys not. They just want a little bit of it. How do you utilize all the information that's presented to you?
Yeah, I think I'm a mix of both. I think for me, I have like a more old school mindset when I'm actually out on the mound. It's just a compete mindset. But when you're preparing and putting your work in throughout the week, obviously the data is a big thing, making sure, your pitchers are moving how you want them to move, and how to attack guys too. There's a ton of, data on hitters, and, how your stuff is going to play versus them. And that's kind of how I do my scouting reports. But yeah, I think I'm a mix of both. I like to turn off, the thinking and the data when I'm out there competing, but while I'm preparing, that's definitely a big part of it.
I love that, because I agree. It has to be both, right? Because, some hitters, they got their strengths. All hitters have their strengths. They have their weaknesses, but you have your strengths and you have and whatever weakness there may be, but you got to go with your strengths. At the end of the day, you got to go with what got you here and how you feel comfortable getting guys out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think every game is different too. So you're going to go out there and sometimes it's not going to go the way you planned it. So being able to, adapt on the fly and just compete in the moment and play the game that is in front of you on that day. And I think that's a big part for me.
Well, I told you in spring training, I was like, hey, man, you're going to be a big part of this. We know you're going to be back up. It's great to have you up. And don't lose that swagger. That's one thing I talk about on this show all the time about you. This kid's got swagger. That's how you got drafted where you got. That's why you're drafted out of high school, why you drafted out of college. And now that you're healthy, it's why you got here. Swagger is your part of your game. Do not lose that.
Yeah, we'll keep it rolling, man.
JT, great to have you on, man. Be well. We'll see you back in Sacramento.
I appreciate it, Chris. Thank you.